I wasn't invited to my parents' anniversary cruise, even though I paid for it. Dad texted, "We thought it'd be better off without you, LOL. I replied, "Sure thing." The next morning, Mom called 22 times. The cruise line refused boarding without the cardholder present. 3 hours later, the madness began. My parents have treated me like the family ATM since I started making real money at 24. I'm 31 now, and I've paid for every holiday, every appliance, every emergency they've had for 7 years. My younger sister Rochelle has never contributed a dime, but she's the one who gets thanked at dinner. She's the one in the Christmas card. I'm the one who gets a Venmo request at midnight. 6 months ago, my parents announced they wanted a Mediterranean cruise for their 35th anniversary. Rochelle suggested a week-long luxury package with balcony suites, spa treatments, and shore excursions. Total came to $14,000. Rochelle volunteered to organize it. My parents volunteered my credit card. I booked everything under my name because Rochelle's credit was trashed, and my parents didn't trust online payments. Every cabin, every add-on, every dinner reservation was tied to my card. I figured at minimum I'd be on this trip since I was literally funding the entire thing. Then the group chat went quiet for 2 weeks. When it came back alive, it was just logistics I wasn't part of. Packing lists between Rochelle and Mom. Excursion pics between Dad and Rochelle's boyfriend Trent, who I didn't even know was coming. I texted asking what cabin I was in, and nobody answered for 3 days. Finally, Dad sent that text. "We thought it'd be better off without you, LOL. Family only. You understand, right? Family only. I paid $14,000, and I wasn't family." Rochelle followed up with, "Don't make this weird. You can come next time." I stared at my phone for a long time. Then I typed 2 words. "Sure thing." They flew to the departure port on Friday. I know because Rochelle posted the airport selfie with the caption, "Anniversary cruise with the fam. Blessed." I liked the photo and went to bed. Saturday morning at 6 a.m., my phone started ringing. Mom. I let it ring. She called again and again. 22 missed calls before I picked up on the 23rd. She was hysterical. "They won't let us board. They're saying the cardholder has to be present or provide authorization. You need to call them right now." I sipped my coffee. "That's their policy. Fraud prevention. Then authorize it. Call them and tell them it's fine." I could do that. I took another sip, but I'm not going to. Dead silence. Then Dad grabbed the phone. "What kind of game are you playing? We're standing at the terminal with our luggage. Fix this now. I'm not on the trip, remember? Family only. This is not the time for your tantrum. Authorize the booking or I swear." "Or what? You'll uninvite me twice?" Rochelle was screaming in the background. "He's ruining everything. He always has to make it about himself." The cruise line wouldn't budge. No cardholder present. No authorization over the phone for international bookings of that size without 30-day advance written consent. I knew that when I booked it. I'd read every line of the terms 6 months ago and filed that information away like a grenade I hoped I'd never use. 3 hours in, Rochelle called me directly. Her voice was completely different now, sweet and desperate. "Hey big bro, I know things got miscommunicated, but we really want you here. Can you fly down and authorize it? We'll reimburse you for the flight. You'll reimburse me for a last-minute flight, but couldn't include me on a trip I paid $14,000 for?" She went quiet. Then the sweetness vanished. "You're pathetic. You use money to control people because nobody actually wants you around. That's why we didn't invite you." I waited until she was done. "Cool. I'm canceling the whole booking now. Full refund back to my card in 5 to 7 business days." The scream that came through my speaker could have shattered glass. I called the cruise line and canceled everything. $14,000 back to my account. 4 people stranded at a cruise terminal in Barcelona with luggage, no hotel, and return flights that didn't leave for 8 days. Mom called one final time that evening. Her voice was quiet and broken. "We're sleeping in the airport tonight. Are you happy? I thought about 7 years of being the wallet they opened whenever they needed something and the door they closed whenever they didn't. I'm not happy," I said, "but I'm done." I hung up and blocked all 3 numbers. The refund hit my account on Wednesday. I booked myself a solo trip to Iceland. Nobody called because nobody could.